When your heart moves into gratitude, negativity cannot reside there. It's impossible to be thinking about something negative and to be thinking about something that you're grateful for at the same time. If you are in a space of negativity, let's say your mind is spinning out of control, maybe you're very anxious, maybe you're about to have a panic attack, maybe you're super stressed out, maybe you're sitting in bed and you cannot fall asleep and that stresses you out even more. Maybe there's all these lists of reasons why your mind might be racing, or you might not be feeling good, or you might be feeling negative. The key is to understand that if you move away from the negativity and move into a place of gratitude, you are going to change your frequency. You will settle your mind. You'll calm the nerves, the nervous system, the body, mind, and soul. And does it happen instantly? No, it takes practice. And you often hear people talk about express gratitude and you'll feel different. But I find that that's easier said than done, because a lot of people think that, well, I have to have these grandiose things to be grateful for. No, you don't. It can be the simplest thing that you can be grateful for, but you have to practice gratitude consistently. And when you practice gratitude consistently, your heart blooms in a different way. And there's some light language that wants to come through for this. If you're new to me or you've never heard about light language is the cosmic sounds of the universe. It's a cosmic language that our souls recognize, our higher self recognizes. Sometimes there are no human words that can express what the soul wants to describe or creation wants to share with us. And what I'm being guided to do in this particular moment is share some light language. And this particular light language is a transmission to assist your heart in growing, in blooming, and it will bloom with gratitude. And so you do not need to know what I'm saying. Each word or sound holds paragraphs of information. Your higher self recognizes it. And if you're in a safe place to receive this transmission with your eyes closed, you can close your eyes and give yourself permission to really be in your heart space, be in your heart chakra, or even in your solar plex. The heart's going to bloom with this transmission, but you got to give yourself permission to be near that energy. And I'm hearing that some of you might actually feel more comfortable being more in your solar plex than in your heart, because the heart can be a very vulnerable spot to be in. But the more that we give ourselves permission to access this sacred space with vulnerability, it's easier to move into gratitude throughout our life and throughout our day. And the more that we move into gratitude, the easier it is for our heart to bloom even more. And when our heart blooms, we are connecting with our cellular memory. We're connecting with all of the information that the lotus flower within the heart holds. There's a lotus flower that sits within your heart. And the more that we express gratitude, and the more that we recognize our oneness and our divinity and our connection to unconditional love, the more that this blooms, and the more that our heart illuminates, and the more we illuminate. And so this light language that wants to come through is to support with this illumination. And I'm just going to speak it. And if you don't understand it or it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay too. So go ahead, if you want to, close your eyes. Bring your awareness either into your heart chakra, heart space, or solar plex. And I want you to breathe. And as you're breathing, I want you to bring your breath into your belly. And on the exhale, release any tension out through your mouth. You're going to take 2 more breaths like that. An inhale and an exhale. An inhale and an exhale. And I want you to just give yourself permission to feel as if there's a beautiful light surrounding you. And this beautiful light language transmission is going to come through. Allow it to vibrate through your cells. Toma sikuruma shinikoru taraha sinikurua shukumo turuma tamatekinisumura sinikuruma ba tamamu kanehi sinikurumata sinenu nanamate kanesinimu shinikuruma tarama turkum pergi sinikumu tarasinimu turkaha. And I'm being guided to share this last piece with this light language transmission. Your heart is awakened to the truth of your soul. If you listen, you feel the vibration of your soul speaking to you. Your heart will always guide you because your soul is guiding you. And your soul knows the path. It's the heart that gets clogged with the human junk and conditioning that no longer allows the light to shine brightly upon the path. How you break up that junk is with gratitude. So from this place, I want you to think of one beautiful memory, something that brings you great joy that you are so grateful that you got to experience. Maybe it's a beautiful sunset. Maybe it's laughter from one of your family members or friends. They just have the best laugh. Or maybe there was a friend that just recently told you a joke and that you're just so grateful for because it just tickled you pink. Whatever it is, it can be the smallest, tiniest thing to the biggest thing. It could be the buzz of a bumblebee eating the sweet nectar of the flower, the pollen from a flower. I want you to really express how grateful you are. How grateful you are for this memory. Feel it in your heart. Feel it in your soul. Allow your heart to illuminate. Give yourself permission to express gratitude, not only with your full heart, but all of the cells of your body and being. You can imagine that you're smiling with gratitude with every cell of your body and being for this thing that you are grateful for. I'm going to just give you a moment to just breathe with it. And then I want you to list one more thing you're grateful for. Just one more thing. And it could be anything you want. Notice how you feel. When your heart moves into gratitude, negativity cannot reside there. It's impossible to be thinking about something negative and to be thinking about something that you're grateful for at the same time. If you allow yourself to move in and to create a consistent gratitude practice, it's not the practice that changes you. It's your ability to drop in and to become grateful. And let me say that slightly different so you understand what I mean. There's a feeling that's invoked, and you can take a memory, you can take one small thing that you're grateful for. And there's a feeling that bubbles up and it percolates in your heart and it percolates in your cells. But can you become that feeling of gratitude? Can you become that feeling of grace and beauty that gratitude gives you? It's an embodiment of the feeling that you are practicing. And yes, you are acknowledging the things that you are grateful for. And the more that you acknowledge these things, the more that you're going to attract those things. And it's such a beautiful, magnificent flow of energy in a dance with creation that we get to participate in. It's, can you become that feeling, that state of being? And it's something to meditate on, because the more consistent that you practice gratitude, the easier it is for you to have that feeling percolate. And so it's not about pushing away bad feelings either, because we're human. We're going to have feelings where life happens. We have character building days, character building months, character building chapters. But the more that you ground into a place of gratitude all throughout your lifetime, throughout your day, it's really easy to lean into that support when you do have an awful experience or an awful day, because it's going to assist you in navigating whatever it is that you experienced, because life happens. And I'm going to give you an example. If you have a practice of being grateful, and let's say you, before you go to bed, you take a moment, you're in your heart space, you go through the day of all the things that you are grateful for, and you're practicing it, you're doing it. And let's say one day you have a friend or a family member that passes away, and you've been practicing your gratitude practice, and you sit down that day, your friend passes away, your family member passes away. Your body and your being is so into a ritual of gratitude, even though you're sad, you're going to do that practice anyways. And what's going to happen is it's going to allow you to process your grief in a really healthy way, but you're going to think of the things that you're grateful for. And on that list, you could list some things that you are grateful for about that person that just transitioned, and how much you love them, and what they taught you, and the experience you had. And it's going to shift the way that you are grieving in that particular moment. And please note that I'm using this as an extreme example. We have bad things that happen. And I'm putting bad in quotation, bad things that happen. We have things that happen in our life, but we can still find things throughout our day to be grateful for, even in those challenging moments. And we're all going to experience people transitioning. We're all going to experience big moments in our life. And your heart will blossom and bloom when those things happen, when you stay in a state of gratitude. That does not mean you're dismissing what happened. It means that you are becoming this conscious being of love and light, and that you can still find sunshine even in your darkest days. And it's such a beautiful practice to cultivate. And I keep saying practice because practicing means that there are going to be moments where it is challenging. Maybe you're having a moment where it's like, I don't even want to do this. I've had such a bad day. What do I have to be grateful for? But if you get into a practice where you're just like, let me do it anyways. Let me figure this out. You know what? I wore a shirt today and that fabric felt amazing on my skin. And just thinking about how it felt made me feel cozy. And I'm so grateful that I felt comfortable and cozy today in my skin. That's as simple as it can be. When you allow your heart to blossom, you not only illuminate your path, you illuminate the path for others as well. And this, in return, feeds your soul as well. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please make sure you like and subscribe and let me know what you are grateful for. I would love to hear from you. All right, friends, bye.